Now? That was surprising. I'm like, oh, that's me. Okay, let's take a breath, my family. Can you guys feel the love in this room? Just rest in that. And know that you are held. The source of everything is right here within us, in this very sanctuary. And of course, outside the sanctuary. But we're so grateful and so blessed that each of us could be here this morning. And so I pray for good health. I pray for great prosperity. I pray for success in every single thing that is hoped for and prayed for today. And I know that we are so profoundly loved. Thank you, God. Amen.
Amen. Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody had a great week. It's a little cloudy today, but it's not 30 below. Always a good thing. And tomorrow, it's supposed to get cold tomorrow. That's what I heard. Welcome to Reverend Lulu, by the way. Let's give Reverend Lulu, it's nice to see you back. She doesn't come here that often, but it's always such a treat when you are here, so welcome again. So please join me in singing our first song today, Spirit-Led, Spirit-Fed.
The special announcement from Bob Newkirk is she's going to step up and give a little memo.
Good morning. Good morning. I see we all kept our divine appointment. Wow. January and February just flew by, didn't they? And before March does the same thing, we want to invite everyone to our prayer chaplain orientation next Sunday, March 1. Right after this service, we'll meet right in here, and we welcome everyone to come and just learn about what is prayer chaplains. Our symbol is the lighthouse. Isn't that kind of pretty? And it's called Light and Love Ministries. And we're going to discuss the history of this beautiful program that was brought about back in '05 by Reverend Leilani Burt. And this program is absolutely fantastic. So we want you to come and just learn all about it, whether you want to be a prayer chaplain or whether you're just interested in this outstanding program. And we'll also be sharing the training process and prayer chaplain responsibilities, and we'll talk about what is a prayer chaplain exactly here at Unity. And we'd just like to have you come in on that next Sunday at noon. Did I mention that? Yeah. At noon. If you want to be spirit-led and spirit-fed, does everyone have their Lenten booklet? I mean, you can pick it up in the bookstore. This is amazing. It is every year, but once again, I'm just going to mention that here in this Lenten booklet, it says, and this is what we do when we come into prayer chaplain ministry. Let us nurture our inner life with compassion and unwavering faith. We hope all of you will join us next Sunday. We look for you then. Thank you.
Okay, we'll start. Okay, good morning. My name is Paul McWilliams, and I'm Butterfingers. I'm your platform assistant this morning. We are happy to have you with us. Is there anyone here for the first time? Yeah. Oh, wonderful. If you haven't got it already, we have this packet of information for you, and thanks for joining us today. Each Sunday, we affirm together our sacred intention along with our mission statement. Together, there is one power and one presence in the universe and in my life. God the good, all-powerful, all-knowing, everywhere present, right here, right now. And our mission statement together, we provide a loving, accepting, and spiritual community, transforming lives through prayer and education, fellowship, and sacred service. Upcoming events are up on the screen, and if you also can check the bulletin board on your way to the cafe. Also, if you haven't already, you can sign up for the weekly word on our website and be informed in that way. Stop by and now relax and take in today's daily word. Today's daily word is release for Sunday, February 22nd. I release old beliefs as I grow and evolve. So many things shape my belief over the years. My upbringing, family history, education, fellowship, friendships, and spiritual life, to name a few. As I go through life, I have new experiences and meet all kinds of people. I may find old beliefs that once fit me well, fit me no longer. Growing and deepening in spiritual understanding may mean releasing ways of thinking that no longer serve me. But I can do that and still honor the person I was, my background and my history. Releasing makes room in my mind and opens my heart for the person I am becoming. Releasing my old beliefs readies me for a future of growth and evolution. And from Jeremiah, now look, I have just released you today from the fetters on your hands. See, the whole land is before you. Go wherever you think it is good and right to go. Thank you.
All right. Please join me in singing Daniel Nahmod, When I Pray. Beautiful song. When I pray, I feel my heart go deeper, my heart go deeper my love, go deeper into my God. When I pray, I feel my love go deeper, my love go deeper into my God. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray. Right here, right now, right where I am, I pray.
I'm ready this time. Take a big deep breath with me and close your eyes. And now take another breath and just let it easily fall out. No effort, no pushing. You're just here right now, sitting in the chair. Notice that the chair is sitting on the foundation of this building, and this foundation of the building is sitting on the earth, held, protected, loved. Notice that your mind may have a lot of things walking around inside of there. You might have lists, you might have concerns, you might have conversations, you might have plans. Just take those and set those next to you like little stones. You can pick them up again after. And know that your mind won't ever be completely still in this particular meditation space, because minds are lively, minds are active, minds are curious, and that's exactly how our minds are supposed to be. So don't hate it, embrace it. And now take a look at your body. And thank your body for getting you to where it is today, for carrying you, for supporting you, for pumping blood through your veins, for breathing you, knowing, of course, that source energy is breathing you and beating your heart. And just allow your heart to fill up with gratitude. You can just think, if you need to think, about all the things you're grateful for. And you can set aside everything that is not serving you in this moment. Take another breath in. And release it out. That felt so good. Let's do it again. Breathe in and out. Now I feel it. Now you're getting settled. So make sure your hands are open on your lap in an ancient gesture of receiving. And in this position of receiving, think about what it is you hope to receive. Not just this morning, not just tomorrow, but what it is you hope to receive so that you can then give it away. We receive so we can give it away. What might that be for you? It doesn't have to be a high and lofty goal. Just has to be where you are right here and right now. What do you hope to receive so that you can give it away? And what else do you need to give away? Only you know. We all have things we need to release. So take in another big deep breath with me and release it out. And put your hand on your heart if you care to. And inside, deep inside your inner cathedral, your inner sanctuary, your inner temple, just say thank you. Thank you that you got here today. Thank you that you're sitting with people you love. Thank you, God. Amen. And so it is. Well, that was quick. Can you hear me? Yes. Yes? Cool. This is my very favorite place to be on a Sunday morning, bar none. I love coming, and so I love being invited because I love seeing your shiny, happy faces. Thank you for your presence. Thank you so much. And so we're going to talk about chasing squirrels. It's a silly name, and maybe some of this talk will be silly, but I'm going to ask you to go beneath what I say and find out what is truth for you. I will tell you some funny stories, but underneath is a deeper truth. So as always, without fail, Spirit brings lived experience from this past week in order to bring a talk to you guys that springs from my own life. These are true stories that I'm going to share with you. So I was at my recording studio the other day, comfortably seated in my nearly soundproof Chevy Equinox, the same one out there. A lot of podcasters actually record in their car. But that usually means getting up at 5 or 6 in the morning and going. I usually go down to the lake near my home, which is great if I beat the fishermen. Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. And I was recording this week's episode that's going to land in my podcast in a couple weeks, and I noticed movement outside the car window. And this happened the previous week too. So I might need to create do-it-yourself blinders because animal activity always pulls my attention. Does it do that to you too? Yes. So I can be in mid-sentence, deep, reflective, almost profound, and suddenly I whisper into the mic, "Hold please, I see a hawk." And what I ended up witnessing was the wild and ridiculous shenanigans of squirrels. Total chaos. So they chase each other, you know how they do. They chase each other up and down trees, they swirl around the trees, they jump here, they jump there, right under the giant oak tree I had parked my car. So honestly, I personally felt pretty represented. And you'll find out later. Maybe you guys have squirrel minds as well. So I had to obviously stop the recording multiple times. And that's okay. And this particular day was one of those days why we moved to Florida, why we're glad to be here. The weather was in the 70s. The sky was ridiculously blue. There wasn't a cloud anywhere. And a few feet away from me, Squirrel Olympics were happening. And at the same time, there were herons that were standing there like ancient philosophers, songbirds in the hundreds, and turtles basking in the sun like they had nothing else to do. Because of course they don't. But what captured my attention that day were the squirrels, and I laughed out loud, and I had to stop the recording, as I said, multiple times. But was I interrupted, or was I rescued from my usual get her done mentality? Does anybody have get her done mentality? The laughter tells me yes. So I'm not a particular lover of squirrels in my backyard. At home, they perform Olympic-level gymnastics, hanging from the baffles, I do have baffles, with their furry little acrobatic antics, constantly trying to figure out how to get to the seed, right? But at the lake, I enjoy them. Between the helter and skelter escapades, because they're clearly auditioning for Cirque du Soleil, they would halt all of a sudden and sit very, very still. You know how they do. And they would calmly chew on an acorn or any other little morsel that they had found for breakfast in that moment. Listen, they have no calendar. They have no inbox. They have no existential dread. They just chew. We laugh at squirrels, but how many of us live exactly like that? So here's how it works in my life, another true story. I'm seated on my love seat with my laptop on my lap, very good. I have 2 dogs plastered to either side of me, like little furry bookends, right? And I'm typing away with what feels like great purpose. And I lift my eyes up from the laptop and I see my orchids in the kitchen window. And so I'm like, they might need water. Into the kitchen I go. While I'm there, I make a cup of my favorite decaf Earl Grey tea, straight from London. And then I get my honey, and I'm kind of a honey snob. So I notice my honey's almost gone. I pull out my phone, order more honey. While standing in the kitchen, I decide I may as well check the fridge, and I open it up, close it quickly. I was not inspired. I definitely need to clean that. On the side of the fridge is a photo of a truck camper driving along Alaskan highways. I know. Suddenly, I'm mentally in Alaska. I have dreamed of a trip to Alaska for years, which reminds me of a novel I just finished. Maybe you guys will like it. It's called The Great Alone, and it's about a family that went to Alaska, wildly unprepared, and tried to live in that environment, that wild wilderness. And so I thought, would I survive Alaska? Would I thrive? Would I pack enough honey? Wait a minute, I was writing something. Back to the love seat. So at what point does this activity, we can't even really call it productivity, become distraction from presence? Now I hear it. Now you get it. Remember the story of Martha and Mary? So let me remind you, Martha and Mary are the sisters of Lazarus, who Jesus raised from the dead. But Jesus was visiting them at one point for who knows how long. And Martha works really hard to serve Jesus. She brings him drinks, she brings him pita bread or something, I don't know. But Mary just sits at Jesus' feet, listening to his teaching. And Jesus has to gently correct Martha when she becomes a tad grouchy that she seems to be doing all the work. So he calmly notes that Mary chose the better thing to do. The better part was his words, emphasizing that spiritual devotion is more necessary than busy distraction. Here, we find that stillness is not laziness. The unrush, which is my word, is not irresponsibility, even though sometimes I feel that way. One sacred thing at a time is enough. I hope you hang on to that phrase. One sacred thing at a time is enough. But my busy mind is sometimes like a squirrel's, gathering ideas like acorns. I'm a project girl. I like projects. I always have some bubbling, some that are on the back burner, but kind of like I want to build another bird feeder. I've been walking around my yard after this deep freeze, noticing everything's dead, and I'm wondering about how I can reorganize that yard, how I can replant everything. Are you guys doing that? I'm also wondering if that's going to cause me to have a bad back. So I also have a project that I'm trying to get off the ground called Going to the Y. You're laughing, but I'm serious. Going to the Y and doing all the PT exercises that have been handed to me in a big folder. I want to rebuild the falling apart white picket fence. Maybe I should say once white picket fence going along my front yard. There's just a whole lot of projects I have going on. How many here has projects in their heads that they want to do but they haven't started yet? And in case anyone, I hope that somebody in this room does this thing, I have envelopes where I tuck money in when I'm saving for something. You know what I call those envelopes? Squirrel envelopes. I squirrel away money. Have you heard that phrase? Squirrel away money? So you guys do something like this too, right? Yeah? Okay. However, sometimes what I, and maybe you too, squirrel away isn't money. It's fear, or anger, or disappointment. We store what we don't yet trust God with. It's waiting for the other shoe to drop. All those acorns that directly affect my new mantra, and maybe yours too, is one sacred thing at a time. But I also dig up acorns that have fallen on the ground that might distract me from that deep connection with presence that I seek. The acorns I also collect are grief over the loss of my 12-year-old dog I had to put down about 4 weeks ago. Grief over the loss of 2 very close friends in the last couple years. Grief over my no longer 20-year-old body. Right? I mean, don't you guys feel grief about that, or is it just me? These are emotional acorns, and interestingly, as I watch squirrels and most other wildlife, I don't see them holding grudges. I don't see them carrying around anger. They seem better able to shake off disagreements, like having another squirrel neighbor sharing a particular branch. They just go back to the business of living. I hope to learn from them. I hope to live more in delight and in wonder and in beauty and in the now present moment. Because that's what squirrels do. That's what our cats and dogs do. They live in the present moment. I'm pretty certain that squirrels are not worried about a canceled trip to Cancun. They're not worried about whether they sent that birthday card on time, right? I've never seen them scrunch up their little ears around their shoulders and be all braced up and tense. Whether we're aware of it or not, we frequently go through our days all braced up like that. Are you aware? Do you do that? Take a breath with me right now. And as you exhale, drop your shoulders. Pull your shoulders away from your ears. Don't pull them with effort, just let them drop away from your ears. That should feel better, right? In this moment, does it? I wonder if we can learn to soften without going numb. I wonder if we can learn when to hustle, in other words, when to chew the acorn already in our hands, and when to look elsewhere. I wonder if we can rest in the branches, or in my case, in my hammock, and stop chasing every shiny thought that drops into my head. Do you have shiny thoughts? Like, did you relate to my story about getting up from the love seat and going on doing all that stuff? Okay, so that is called chasing every shiny little thing. And I do chase them because my mind is like a jack in the box. But one thing gathering more years has offered me is a gentler pace, a growing respect for what I call the holy usefulness of the unrush. How do you like that word, unrush? Isn't that nice? My body figures this out long before my mind does, sending me little reminders that doing one sacred thing at a time is not laziness, it's wisdom. We often have the idea that multitasking is the best use of our precious hours. But if you look up multitasking, because I'm a researcher, so I do that, multitasking is actually bad for us. I'll let you look it up and find out why. But it decreases our cognitive density. Who here wants to reduce their cognitive density? Raise your hand. You want to reduce it? But as an aside, well, I already told you that. A better question we might ask is, am I sprinting after every interruption? Am I chasing every shiny thing? Am I leaping from branch to branch instead of staying longer? Squirrels pull me away from presence. You know, I'm using squirrels as that shiny thing, as those interruptions. They pull me away from presence. Do they pull you away from presence? I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Yes.
This is where stillness enters. Perfectly timed with Lent, where stillness and silence prepares us for our own crucifixion. Luke 5:16 reminds us that frequently Jesus stepped away or withdrew to go into the wilderness to pray and be in this stillness and commune with the Father. He left the chaotic chatter of the crowds and the chaotic chatter of his disciples to allow his soul to rest. He did one sacred thing at a time. And since as Unity Truth students, we wish to follow our way shower, his modeling for us is very clear and very unsquirrel-like. We slow down. We slow down our busy minds and we unrush. My entire life now, in this moment, is to be aware of the presence. Like that's my whole goal every day, is to be still enough to be aware of the presence. Can you feel the presence right here? Breathe it in. We're never without the presence, but we are frequently without being aware of the presence. So stillness and silence is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Prayer and meditation and quieting the mind might look very different for each of us because there are no rigid rules. Sometimes for me, meditation is sitting in my Florida room and looking out the windows and just watching the trees move. I don't try to label, oh, that's an oak tree, oh, that's a Drake elm, oh, I don't try to label anything. I already know what they are. So I just watch the leaves go back and forth. That's meditation for me. Meditation is sitting in my bed first thing in the morning with a cup of coffee and both my dogs cemented up against my sides and journaling. I journal while I meditate sometimes, especially when I have a specific question. Some people call that two-way prayer. I just call it meditation. So yesterday, I sat on my backyard swing and I watched the leaves fall off the oak trees. Because fall for us isn't in October, is it? The leaves fall for us in January and February. And so while I was watching those leaves just release from the tree, they didn't try to hang on tight. They released from the tree willingly. Wouldn't you like to release things in your life with that much ease? Sometimes I like to just walk outside on a foggy morning, or I like to draw, or I like to practice my new favorite pastime, which is watercolor painting. I'm very bad at it. Sometimes I meditate while I'm touching up the woodwork in my 80-year-old cottage. And if I'm not self-judging, if I'm not being critical about what I'm doing, I can reach that meditative place. Anything that places my mind in time out quiets that inner squirrel. I have found that if I step outside, even for only a few moments, and notice, witness the beauty around me, or stand and quietly pay attention to the sound of bird calls, or a new bud getting ready to open that was tightly closed the day before. And maybe the hawks that I love so much will come and land someplace close by, because that's the energy I've put out there. I'm just sucking up the energy from the wildlife and the plant life around me. And then my mind is in awe of that magnificent bird. And my mind is still. And that, my friends, is a beautiful way to live. Not just the hawk, but the stillness of my mind. So I find myself wondering, what would it be like just to sit on one limb for a while and feel the breeze lift my hair, enjoy the nourishment of a thoughtfully prepared meal, and know without a shadow of a doubt that I am held and profoundly loved, as are all of us. And I didn't have to do a thing to make that happen. I'm loved by the creator of squirrels, by the creator of trees and acorns, and perhaps just one acorn at a time is enough. One sacred moment at a time is enough. Thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Lulu. Awesome. Unrush. Love that word. I was in Miami this week playing golf with a Canadian buddy. And if you ever drive in Miami right now, you'd get there faster if you walk. It's nuts, the traffic, crazy. You got to learn how to be unrushed. And also, before we play our last song, I was talking with Ira. He's got a beautiful singing voice, and he's going to bless us with his beautiful voice soon. We're going to get together and rehearse a little bit, so I'm looking forward to that. And also, he was, yes. And I find out who won the hockey game. Don't tell him. There's an Olympic hockey game, Canada and the U.S., and he didn't want me to tell. I know what the score is. I know who won. Somebody won, though. Somebody. I just won't tell you who it was. And me, born and raised in Canada, hockey is a big part of my life. But now I live in the States. I didn't even know that there was even the Winter Olympics going on until Ira told me. Anyway, please join me in our next song, which is up there now, is God You Are, another Daniel Namod song. Beautiful song. God you are, every mountain. God you are, every ocean. God you are, every canyon, every earth of earth and sky. God you are, every mountain. God you are, every midnight. God you are, every moment, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. God you are, every sunrise. God you are, every moon glow. God you are, every starshine, every inch of earth and sky. God you are, every springtime. God you are, every snowfall. God you are, every season, every second of my life. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. 'Cause you are the very breath I breathe, and your perfect will invented me. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you. Everything I see, everything I do, everything I am is you. Everything above, everything below, everything I know is you.
Let's see if I can unrush this. Take my glasses off carefully. Okay. Now is the time in our service where we are able to give back that which has been so abundantly given. There is tithing envelopes near you for you to put your love offerings in and place in the basket as you exit the sanctuary. There are also opportunities to give online. Thank you for your support. Unity of Citrus is a tithing community. We give generously to local organizations and partner with those in our neighborhood who continue to help make Citrus County a wonderful place for all of us to live. Blessings for the tithing and love offering. Divine love.
Me,
Blessings and hope to find
supplies
all that I give and all that I receive.
and
The Son,
I should receive.
I send forth this gift with my blessings and my love. Do we have children today? Yes, we do. Blessings. you. We behold the Christ in you, and we see you doing great things. Now for the peace song.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as creator, family all are we. Let me walk with my family in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.